Hi guys, and welcome back. In this video we're going to have a quick look at some of the colonial buildings around town. We'll take a walk around the cenotaph on the Esplanade, and we'll have a look at a couple of images of the amazing sunsets we get around Darwin. So check out this restaurant here. This is called Char, and it's a restaurant. Sorry, let that motorbike go past. It's a restaurant that's been built out of an old colonial house. So this is obviously from last century. But the underneath is a high set house, like up on stilts, and the underneath it's been turned into a restaurant with gardens out the front, and this beautiful tree here. See if I can get that all in. This amazing tree out the front. And I suppose I should point out this old house was in fact once the Admiralty House of Darwin many years ago, but it's been put to much better use than a government building today, and people really love it. And off down there we head off into the city down towards the bottom of the mall, but we'll go across to the cenotaph and have a look there first. Just up ahead is the cenotaph, the memorial from the Great Wars, you know, the Second World War, etc. And we do have Anzac Day here, celebrated every year, and obviously we get a great crowd come at dawn for the dawn service, and the military representatives and government representatives, and yeah, and we even get the hobnob politician from Canberra come up sometimes, which is quite an honour for us. What I did want to point out, just taking things aside for a moment, look at this tree here. The sun is setting to the right of this tree in the east, obviously, but look at the yellow or the almost slight golden glow on the trunk and boughs of that tree as that sun's going down. You can see it over there, actually on the cenotaph as well. You can just see the glow of light. Now, going back to what I said earlier, many years ago I wouldn't have even noticed that, but now my eyes are drawn to it just automatically. When I see things like this, I can't help myself. I go, wow, look at that. So it's quite amazing the change that photography has brought about to me as a person, and what it's brought into my life. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to do it. I work full time still, but I just can't wait to retire and get into photography and travelling around Australia and anywhere come to that, and just take pictures. It's just great. I hope you enjoy that. Let's go and have a look at the cenotaph. So there we go. The Great War. The Darwin cenotaph. Remembering some, but not all of those that gave their life, not only for this country but for the UK and many other allied countries. You know, this was one time that a lot of the Western world came together, and it's quite easily forgotten in day-to-day life. But you know, I don't want to sound like I'm a politician, because I'm not, and I'm not big on all that kind of stuff, but being an ex-serviceman myself, I do appreciate the sacrifice that people gave, you know, to ensure that we had freedom, in whichever form it might be. You know, there's times where people complain about the freedoms they've got, but certainly we have some degree of freedom that we should be glad of, you know, glad for. So there you go. I'll just walk in and get a bit of a closer picture of that. See if I can zoom into that. This memorial is erected by the residents in honour of those who enlisted from the Northern Territory. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Very strong, very powerful words, and so true. So here's another aspect of that light that I spoke about earlier. In the distance there you can see, just perched on the top of that cliff there, that's the Governor General's house, the Governor General to the Northern Territory. Obviously they're a representative of the UK government and establishment, but that's the house. But look at the colour up against the trees, how it turns the trees from green to like a yellowy golden colour, and yet the trees in the foreground here where they're in the shade are still dark green. I just think that's beautiful. I'll zoom in and see if I can get a closer shot of that. I'm going to get arrested for spying now. Hopefully not. No, I'm just kidding. But that is a beautiful building. Again, I'm pretty sure that's an old colonial building, or if it isn't, it was the site of a colonial building, but I'm not sure. But again, beautiful, beautiful images. Here we go. Early sunset. It's looking direct east up the Esplanade across to the sunset. And the colours in the clouds and on the horizon in a little while, I mean it's pretty impressive now, but as the sun sets really low, sometimes it goes like a fiery red colour with oranges and yellows. It's just incredible. This building is Parliament House, the Parliament House of the Northern Territory in the city of Darwin. That's where all the action takes place, all the political decisions and things that shape our life. But yeah, quite a large building for a small kind of state, if you want to call it. We're a territory, not a state, but for a territory it's quite a big building. Oh, look at that. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you do enjoy the videos or get anything useful from them, please remember to like and subscribe. And as I said before, if there's anything you'd like to know or any more information you'd like me to put into the videos, please let me know in the comments below.